So, what was your initial reaction when you heard that they wanted to do this group reunion here in Austin this weekend?
Yes, immediately. Yeah, I wanted to see everybody again, and we see each other occasionally anyway.
Yeah.
So, I think it's like it's not too much of a reunion, I would admit.
Right.
Because we kind of, and then especially like social media, like I just know where everyone is all the time.
Yeah.
Like what they're doing, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like they're okay.
Right.
You know.
They're alive. You
Yeah,
know?
we're alive.
Yeah.
They're goofing around down the street. It's you know, so
Yeah.
but it is nice to see everybody. I mean, not everybody can make it, unfortunately, but people. So we're gonna have a good time today.
Yeah. So going back to the beginning of the show, do you remember your audition process?
Yeah. So I had just moved to LA from Chicago, and I was just still getting my bearings. I was sleeping on friends' couches and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I actually remember taking the bus to the audition, and then getting a call saying I got the role, and then the agents and managers that I have were on the phone with me, and I couldn't hear them, and they're like, "Hey, so we want to give you exciting." It's like, "What? I can't."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You gotta wait." They're like, "Why are you on a bus?" And it was this like craziest thing to them that, for whatever reason, I was taking public transportation to the audition in LA, which I realize now is kind of crazy in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just happened so fast. I don't think I had really any direction of where I wanted to go acting wise, like kind of project wise. I had just kind of a crash course as on the first show I auditioned for. I got it. It lasted like 4 years, so yeah, that's how it works sometimes.
Did you only audition for Rusty? Was that the only character you auditioned for?
I did. That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
I just remember they were just like very nice and excited, and I kind of got a good vibe, like, you know, I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
Kind of had a good feeling about it, so. But I heard some of the other people were auditioning for other stuff, so.
Yeah.
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 That was it.
So you were talking about obviously this being your first show that you auditioned for and that you got it, and then it lasted 4 years. So once, you know, as you were going along through the 4 years, was it everything you thought it'd be? Like, how did that evolution, like, what did you learn about acting and stuff as you went through?
I think I had a good understanding of TV shows offer like you longevity in characters, like movies, you know, sometimes last 2 hours or whatever,
Right.
and you have to sort of use your imagination on where that character was prior to you
Right.
watching that movie and where they're going after. And I think with TV offered, like, you can get so much more in depth, like technically with the characters more, I guess, and we had time to like watch them grow over a period of time. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of going off of that, in what ways did you find yourself similar to Rusty, and in what ways were you different from Rusty?
Everything in the pilot, as far as him being wide-eyed in this new place and trying to become something, was definitely, I felt like more of a mirror to my real life, because, you know, I made a big, like a big move to LA from Chicago all by myself, so... Ironically, I got on a show that had this character that was so true to life, like arriving at school for the first time and not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too far off from what I was going through outside of the show. So.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory or storyline from the time there?
Oh, brother. I think I just loved watching everyone else work as much as like I enjoyed being there.
Yeah.
I think they put together like such a great cast. Obviously, like everyone's still friends
Right.
with each other. So I just remember just being on set and laughing at just how lucky and like how blessed I was to be in this like opportunity around people that were equally and more talented, like,
Right.
you know, and I just like watching my cast members do work as well, and it motivated me to like want to do better too. So
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously in some kind of ways that almost epitomizes what college is really like, because you meet some of your lifelong friends in college, and that was your college experience.
It's
yeah.
true. I don't know, you just hear like horror stories from other shows, I guess, and I don't know. I feel like they really put together a great group of people on and off screen. So.
Yeah. Have you gone back and watched any of the episodes recently, or have you has it been like since it last aired, that finale, like you've never seen it since?
I kind of forgot like how many cool guest stars we had on it. Like it was like a really crazy cast. Like just, I mean, not name dropping, but we had like Olivia Munn at some point, like Dave Franco, and like all these people like and Nora Kirkpatrick's doing. So I can just go rifle them off, but it's just like even the cameos and guest stars and went off. They were hiring really talented, amazing people. Like, so it's kind of cool to go back and like remember that, you know.
Yeah. So have you seen any of the episodes though since like it aired?
I've like watched a few bits, like some of the sports bits that they had me do are kind of funny. Like I'm kind of going back and like posting stuff on social media and kind of things like that if you want to see, but it's cracking me up a little bit. Like I've just put like a hockey one on that I remember doing where like Scotty, who played Cappy, gave like a Braveheart speech and motivated me, and ended up like scoring in the wrong goal and stuff, so that was kind of fun. So I don't know, that's the one thing that comes to mind, but there's just so many one-liners and memories from it, you know.
And no desire to binge watch it though?
No, I will, sure, my wife now like watched it, so we go back and kind of put it on once in a while.
Reminisce,
and a lot of like, you know, family members and friends who hadn't watched it in the past like are cracking up, and it's good to watch their reactions for the first time, I guess.
So where do you think Rusty'd be today?
Where's Rusty today? Oh man. He's I have no idea. I'd imagine he's a professor or something, or like a teacher maybe. I don't know. I'll come back to you on that one.
So kind of circling back though to the reunion, I mean obviously fans are so excited that like this is happening here and that we're gonna get to celebrate the show that's so loved so much. I'm curious, like what do you think it is about the show that like makes fans keep coming back and like they're always asking for more and, you know, like want to see you guys on social media? Like what is it about the show?
About the show? I don't know, like, I think from what I'm seeing, like, on TV everywhere, it's, like, really dark. And, like, everything's, like, people are, like, serial killers and, like, full frontal nudity and everything, and people, like, that's, like, our show is just so nice compared to stuff that's on, like, I could, like, think of some examples, but, like, we just had, like, we were, like, a mean show, like, I don't know, it was just, like, made you feel good, like, there were dramatic moments and funny moments, like, I don't know, like, our show, we just had everything on there, I don't know. It was great. It's a nice show.
So I just have a few more kind of fun questions to wrap things up. So we're here at ATX celebrating the world of television. I'm curious, what are you currently watching right now, and what are some of your favorite shows of all time?
Like Peaky Blinders, waiting for that to come back. Barry on HBO is pretty awesome. Bill Hader. Those two mainly, and then I just watch The Office all the time, honestly. Like, it's just like a go-to. I don't know, people probably get in similar situations. Like, you're just like, I'm gonna go to bed, put something on and go to bed, and you just sit there and
like
browse.
The Office, Friends,
you browse like for 30 minutes. You're like, I could have been like 45 minutes into a movie by now, and then you realize like, I just put on The Office. I'm gonna fall asleep anyway. It's kind of my go-to, I guess.
So my last question is, so our website's called Talk Nerdy with Us because we all have an inner nerd. So I'm curious, what is something you are currently nerding out about?
I play way too many video games.
Yeah? What are you into?
I'm just like on Steam all day. We used to play on set too, like even to a point where I got married 2 weeks ago and they like put it in like the files, like even when we don't know where he is, he's probably sitting at the desk playing games behind his computer, so maybe I've run into you online before, and it's actually me. So.
Well, now it's so even video games from the time Greek was on, like with all the streaming stuff, and it's just like it's so crazy how that world's even evolved since then too.
That's all.